Suresh. I am a smart factory consultant. I have a 30 years experience in the industry, worked in various profiles from production planning, IE, costing, operations, then projects. So during my 30 years, I worked on various countries also, India, African, various states in India. I've implemented a lot of softwares inside the factories. So I represent ECA Consultancy, wherein we do smart factory consultancy, and also we have smart factory equipments from fabric inspection, cutting room, automatic cutting room, hanger systems, tunnel finishers, automatic packing, MES. We are associated with a lot of MES people. End-to-end solutions we are giving. So as a company, so we are three leaders. Myself, looking of operation excellence. Mr. Guna is into cutting room excellence, and Mr. Chandrakant Patel is into outdoor shop floor activities. We have sold more than 200 automatic cutting rooms in India. So of late, from 2017 onwards, we are focused on smart factory implementation, where it is very negligible in India right now. So we can say hardly any people who have implemented complete smart solutions. So that's where we pitch in to give the benefits of smart factories with automations, AI integrated, and process. So all this has to be integrated. Then only we can have this smart factory solutions. Thank you.
Okay, so Suresh, you meet a lot of people today on shop floors, and when a company honors here AI, what does it actually mean at the floor level?
See, basically, AI alone cannot work. AI requires a lot of support. So until unless there is a data discipline in the factory, shop floor levels, AI cannot work. If you're telling, sir, I have a reporting, manual reporting, I do reporting, hourly report I will take, and at the end of the day I will consolidate and give, you are just giving a reporting. You are not adding any values to those reporting. So what I mean to say is, until unless you don't have a real-time data, MES or IoT based systems, you will not be able to implement AI at all. AI requires specific data. Failure of this specific data, you cannot do any values.
Thank you, Suresh. I would like to move to Pavan. Pavan, a brief introduction from your side, and then I will jump on the question after that.
Sure. So I'm Pavan. I'm representing a company called as EIZO. EIZO is known for the calibrated color management monitors manufacturing. We're into multiple businesses like healthcare, ATC, etc. But we are known in the industry for the color management. So you must have seen Bahubali, all these movies like Jawan, Pathan. All these movies have been color graded in our products. We got the Oscar award also back in 2022. So I am being the color management specialist. So I'm here to give you some insights today about how the industry is changing with respect to textile and with respect to the color management. That's the most core subject what everybody is actually talking about today. Yes, thanks.
So Pavan, managing color is a bigger challenge in front of us, especially in denim if we talk about. So how is technology improving the color control from design to production?
That's an interesting question. In fact, so just to give you an addition, so the AI is actually changing rapidly. Earlier, back in about 2022, back in COVID, I would say that everybody used to say that Google knows more than your wife does. So that's the comment used to pass. Now, I would say that AI knows more than you yourself. So that's how it's been changing, and it's a kid now. As of now, it is a crawling kid. So when it comes to colors, from the denim's perspective, there are a lot of everybody who can able to implement AI is going to be changing in rapid days. So now, as Mr. Suresh sir clearly said that data is extremely important. How the real-time data which is coming and how we are actually processing it is now. I think in the future forwards, the data is one of the most important point, and also with respect to the AI, which is actually collecting and tell you that how the demand generation which is happening in the market. So how many tons of the fabric has to get manufactured? How many jeans has to be manufactured? So that real-time data which is coming down from the global, so that you can predict now what is your demand analysis also. So that is a kind of the industry which is fast forwarding too. So yeah, that's about these things. Yeah.
Thank you, Pavan. Moving to Vishal, a brief intro from your side, how you are impacting and what are you doing in AI, and then we'll jump on the question.
Wow. AI is the in topic now. Like after Durandar, I think AI is happening everywhere. But we need to understand what exactly AI is all about. What Mr. Suresh rightly pointed out, that you need to have a data. So if you don't have a data, AI is like imaginable. So you won't be able to even dream about it. So we have to take all the baby steps in terms of generating all the data, what a company has, and then utilize it as a smart tool using AI to make their life easy. So when we talk about AI, the garment exporters think that it's a magic, we just put a fabric from one end and of the factory and the garment comes out. There are some robots working inside, and you have a huge capex you have to put into it, and that's how the automation happens. No, it doesn't happen like that. You need to have step-by-step formation in each and every division, be it in coloring, be it in pattern making, be it in production, and all these things. So what we have to do is we have to start recording the data, which is very important, and that will help your organization grow and make your life easy.
Okay. So like you work on the floors daily, and you see AI is really helping. So is it just talks on the floor, or it is just people are talking about AI? Is it helping or not helping?
Of course. Now you see, if you talk about manufacturing, our company is dealing into CAD/CAM solutions, and we are into cutting room automation. Now I can say that it is the first department which has been, kind of an organized, and there has been a technology implemented in this department. So this technology is growing day by day. Like we talk about an intelligent marker. So we started with a basic marking system wherein instruction used to be given by the operator. But now we have got cloud nesting, wherein the computer is doing everything for you. The AI has taken over in the marking system. Similarly, we are facing a lot of problem in the manpower. And for that, like patterning is a big problem. So what we are trying to induce is like to generate a AI system so that we can do a pattern automation. So we are working on it, and hopefully in next 1 year, we'll be able to achieve it. And the problem, what people are facing in terms of the manpower will be taken care of. And then it comes to the cutting, and then it comes to the sewing and finishing. So, it's a step by step. Like,
Best of luck for that. Yeah.
thank you.
So moving to Kushan, a brief intro, and what are you doing in AI? What would help us?
Sure. Hi everyone, I am Kushan. I represent FYND. We are an applied AI company that works across the entire retail spectrum in helping retailers achieve better outcomes with respect to productivity, with respect to cost, and serving customers better. I'll probably latch on to what each of you mentioned, right? So Suresh sir mentioned that in order to implement AI, the prerequisite is that your platforms have to be in place. Your data needs to be recorded in the system. So our company implements that with respect to a unified commerce platform, where we digitize everything with regards to your catalog, your inventory, your point of sales, and WMS, and your last mile as well. So with a retailer implementing that as a base, you have your data coming in across those systems. And then we start applying AI across the entire cycle, right from what to plan, what to design, where to keep in which store. So that's how we bring everything together. And we've been applying AI since the last 3-4 years. In prior to that, we are trying to apply ML, but largely that has been superseded with the newer models that have come in. So that's been our attempt at trying to ensure that we're able to add value wherever possible in the entire retail space.
Okay, and my question to you is: you are seeing every day what consumer is buying, what is trending in the real time. So how much of that information is going to the factory?
So I could probably think of it in two ways. The factory directly doesn't know about the consumer. The factory comes to understand it from the buyer or from the designer who's working with that. So in if I were to answer it in a very direct way, factory would not know all of that. But the way to do that, a lot of factories you've seen where factories themselves are becoming not just conversion factories, but also large partners in the design to delivery cycle. And in those cases, factories typically would have a small team of more highly equipped designers who keep on latching to trends across fabrics, across designs. They have access to all tools like WGS and Edited and all of that. And then they use these data points to start creating sample ranges for their customers. So that's where we've seen factories get access to customer data indirectly and then use that to improve outcomes for retailers that they work with.
So we have seen AI is at every stage in the value chain. Now let's dig deep and ask the question: is it effectful or not? So my first question is to Vishal. The cutting technology already existed, but what are the new value does AI bring in the picture? And in denim, how much fabric waste can it really reduce?
Yes, I had already talked about the automation. In CAD, we have the supermarkers, which is we call it Cloud Nest, which has achieved phenomenal consumptions, which can save up to 1 to 2% of the fabric with the conventional way. Then we have also integrated the fabric checking machines, with the intelligent eye. Means it can scan the fabric, it can look for the defects, and it can understand. Means once we point out the defects, so it will remember all those defects, and it's a self-learning process. So once we do a kind of an scanning through intelligent fabric inspection machine, so it knows, it records where the defects are, and then it can be integrated with our spreading machines. When we are spreading that particular fabric, it knows exactly the defect is there. Do we need to put a splice mark using our CAD system? That is the kind of integration what's happening. As of now, everything is, stage by stage. It's not integrated. So technology is there. Now we are looking at the integration. So that's what we are working on.
Suresh, we are from the same industry. Can you put in your perspective on the same question?
Definitely. I being a hardcore operation guy, see, AI alone cannot bring, as I was explaining you earlier. So for AI to work, you require some automations. Just automation is not possible. Automation which can give smart data. Vishal was saying right. If at all there is a fabric inspection machine which can digitize all the defects, at the doing your laying and cutting, it becomes so easy. Because see, generally what happens, there is a tons of fabrics lying in your fabric section, and somebody has given you a marker plan, somebody has to do the marker. They will pull out whatever the rolls available in the cutting section. Now what AI does here, AI will tell you, okay, these are my rolls, these are my 100 rolls. Out of 100 rolls, I have so many varieties. What are my varieties? I have different width of fabric, I have different shades of fabric, I have different GSM in case of knits. So unless I segregate this one in a chronological order, the end user, that means the layer, the cutter, cannot withdraw those things into the table and improve the productivity. I know whether, suppose I have an order of 1 lakh pieces and I have to do a particular marker, it is only 3000 pieces it is get cut. So I need to pick the right roles for that one, right width of that one, right shade of that one. So AI will tell you exactly, okay, pick role number 7, role number 27, role number 33. So for a layman, it becomes so easy. Just pick these 3 roles and it will be integrated. It's not like that he is going and testing. It's on his table, it's on his computer. It's saying, okay, pick this for this role. So blindly you will go and you will lay it. So productivity will be very high. This is a starting point. The next point will be in the swing. So where AI can help. See, generally what happens in a factory starts at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, whatever it is. How many of you know that whether I am starting my activities exactly at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, I may start at 8:10, 8:40, 8:50, 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late. Generally, if you don't have IoT or data collection system, you will never know this loss. A factory of say 300 or 400 machine will be losing nearly about 15,000 to 18,000 minutes just by late login or late taking this one. Manually, this is impossible. When you have a data, when you have a IoT can give you data, but somebody has to analyze that one. Who will analyze this data? This data can be immediately analyzed by AI systems. AI will tell immediately saying that today I lost so and so. So tomorrow be careful. Everybody has to start their work at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So it will save 15,000 minutes. 15,000 is equivalent to 5,000 garments if it is for 3 minutes, or 3,000 garments if it is 5 minutes garment. So this is one activity. The next pain point is the production scheduling. Scheduling is such a pathetic pain for the operations. Every time it gets changed. So manually changing this production planning becomes very, very tedious. Very, very tedious. When you have AI integrated, when you have a data, it becomes so easy to maneuver the planning. You can know exactly what I have to plan in which line, how many lines, suppose I'm doing a t-shirt, you cannot put 30 machines, you cannot put 20 machines unless you know what is the SME of those values. Exactly, you need to know what are my SMEs. I cannot put 22 machines instead of 20 machines. Thereby, I will have a bottlenecks, constraints. So if you don't work on theory of constraint, you cannot improve your production. It is not balancing all the machines. It is knowing your constraint, knowing your bottleneck. Unless you don't know your bottlenecks, you cannot improvise your productivity. Thereby, you will add value. So by increasing your productivity, quality, and cutting, overall you can definitely add on values up to 15%. Generally, you will be running at 55% efficiency. With these AI, automations, and data management, you will be able to take it to 15% plus. This is an experience on shop floor, I'm telling you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Suresh. My next question is from Pavan and Kushan. AI is adopting an industry, but the adoption is slow. As per you, what could be the reason?
It's basically, I think, the awareness, what capacity does an AI can actually go into, and without you, because you all know that how much of water consumption actually happens to produce one pair of jeans, right? And it is more than 150 to 200 liters of water. But using in AI, it's a very small example I'm saying. It's a very small scale industry. They've implemented this particular AI, and without using one single liter of the water, so they've actually developed something, using AI. So how the fabric actually looks after one wash, after 10 wash, after 1 year, after 10 years, how this particular fabric actually lasts long, even the stone wash. So that particular data already have, and the brand is actually visualized that particular thing without spending one single rupee on that particular thing. So this will actually change the perception and particulars of future industry of fashion designing. Basically, without using any kind of a raw material, they've produced something which is significant and deliberate. So we being EIZO, we help them in actually managing their colors actually. So how does this colors usually looks even after 1 year or 2 years, after 30, 40 wash, because washing is something which is very significant part in any fabric, that is especially from when it comes to denims, right? The enzymes and how we are actually using it. So after 10 wash, we know what is going to be that. After 30 wash, maybe after UV radiation, how this particular fabric looks after the. So AI has that kind of a data and that kind of a huge intelligence in actually producing something exactly, precisely, how does this particular pair of jeans looks after 1 year. So that makes the brand also visibility much more, and the credibility is much higher when it comes to Livin or any other the international brands as such. So that's how I think the AI is now the future. It's going to be adaptable, and even the small scale industries can able to adapt. As of now, answering to your question, I think the awareness is very much less. It's understanding its capacity. Okay, so that is what they're understanding, and also people have some kind of a fear also to implement such kind of a technology in this particular early stages. Yes, I think educating these things will actually makes a lot of easy for the future. Yeah.
Thank you, Pavan. Over to you, Kushan.
Generally, what you've seen is, and I'll probably give an example, right? So, a lot of the recent developments in AI started when ChatGPT launched in 2023. There was a large unlock, but it was not probably at that mature at that point in time. You could ask questions and it would hallucinate. It would not give you the right answers, right? But ever since then, you see a very rapid rise in terms of model evolution across different modalities like image, voice, video across the board. So, and that pace has still continued, and that pace still continues to be at this point as well. We have generally seen that keeping up with AI development is a full-time job, and we have had to dedicatedly put research teams to ensure that whatever we build in terms of platforms, they are keeping up with model changes, they are keeping up with better modalities that come in, right? So we have done a couple of things, and wherever you've seen adoption lagging is as you rightly pointed out, it was due to adoption, due to awareness, but then our ability to also understand and leverage these at the right point in time to the right set of capabilities as well. Secondly, when I look outward to the industry, think of simple things like we wanted to automate RFQs and costing, but the prerequisite to that was having standardized bill of materials and tech packs. That has been a problem across the industry. And when we work with multiple retailers, none of it is standardized. So we had to implement AI to even clean up the data and normalize that, right? And to bring it in a way that is consumable for our models to actually make some sense out of that. So that has been another effort where we spend time on solving ground systems and then bring it to a more usable place. The third aspect is people and organizations in general. Typically, a lot of this is driven by people's fear of, okay, will it eat up into my role, and as opposed to thinking of it as enablers and helping drive productivity, people think of it as what will my role be, and we've generally asked people to look at it the other way and give them assurance that don't worry about your role. Your roles are fungible and they're going to change over time. So it's not as if you are an engineer, you're not going to probably be an engineer your whole life. You're going to grow and go into other streams as well. So that has allowed people, people in general to actually, not look at it as an adversary, but actually use it to the fullest abilities. Now, the interesting dynamic comes in when people are a part of an organization or part of a group, and that group has set ways of working which they don't want to change. So therein lies, how do you bring change management? How do you drive AI adoption in general? Because if that group of people, they do not believe that they can use AI to the right extent to improve what they are doing day to day, that doesn't help them in any way. So then leveraging that dynamic from individual people adopting AI to the entire group adopting AI, that's been something that we also have been seeing both internally as well as outward facing. So I think these are 4 or 5 dimensions that have led to both adoption and awareness being low. But I think this year we've seen radically different capabilities coming in, and then people adopting them at the right pace at the right time. So I think that pace should still continue going as we head on to next year and this year as well.
Thank you, Kushan. So there's a good saying in the industry. AI will not replace you, but you will be replaced by a person who know how to use AI. So with this, I'm entering into the third section of the panel discussion, and it is going to be, it can be a question from the audience, or it can be a question being asked by me from all the people who are at that dominating side of the industry. So my first question is for all of the panelists here. if a mid-sized denim factory wants to start using AI, so I'm just replacing, if a mid-denim factory person wants to start using AI, where should they begin and how soon they can expect the results? The floor is open to any speaker.
Okay, everybody can add on to this.
Yes,
one.
yes.
The first and foremost step is data management. Strategize your data collection. You require MES system. There are a lot of MES system you need to evaluate. There is Stage, Fast React, FYND. A lot of MES platforms are there. You need to choose what suits your industry. So you need to adopt a MES system. MES system is not a ERP, to be frank with you. ERP is completely a different platform. MES is a completely different. MES interacts with your automations and data collection, and it will also interact with your ERP.
Rightly pointed out, the crux is the data and handling the data. But yeah, adaptation, like Kushan also pointed out very important things, the adaptation of the technology. So, they're gonna be, see, our scale is pretty low as compared to, working in tandem with the government and the budgets they have. Then the AI can be implemented. So it's a transition from data to automation and then automation to AI. I'm saying my industry people, they still are not, they're very skeptical about the automation itself. Forget about AI. But it's the right time. Now we have to be intelligent enough, because once we go for a holiday abroad, is anybody from the government company here? So generally when they go out, so 2 days they enjoy the foreign trip, and third day they have the anxiety because they have all the calls coming in. Are fabric nahi aaya, ye problem ho gaya, wo problem ho gaya. So that's not life, man. So if you need a good life, adapt AI.
I think with what both of you mentioned, I think the base is set, right? Probably where I would look at it from a factory point of view, I think a lot of it starts with where human time is the most valuable and where it has the most time being consumed. Probably I can think of a couple of examples, right? To add to your point that mentioned, right? We've used a couple of incoming new technologies called OpenClaw. The way we've kind of adopted it is that we set it up as a virtual teammate in one of our WhatsApp groups or one of our collaboration channels. It has complete context over all the data systems that we've implemented across our company. It has knowledge of what each people have been tasked and what tasks have been assigned to each and every people. So it works as a virtual teammate. You give it tasks and you give it incoming context of what you need to do. It will keep on reminding and keeping you on track. So in the example that you mentioned, right? If you've been abroad, you've been out for a trip, you still have that teammate acting as a chief of staff and ensuring that your tasks are going on to that extent. So probably a different example, but I think that's where human coordination time, especially as an owner of a factory, your time is like really valuable. Your time should be much more spent in not just operational aspects of the work, but also in higher leverage work. And in general, I think everybody deserves that as a AI teammate, of course. So that's been something that we've been experimenting with internally. Although we're not productized it yet, but I think we probably will at some point in time. But I think that's one of the examples that I can think of.
How soon a company like who is implementing the AI can expect results from AI? That was the second part of this question. If anyone can put a light on that.
Yeah, I think as soon as they start doing that within about 3 months, because I have personally seen that results. So within 3 months, anybody who is actually implementing the AI in their organization with giving full control over it, actually, so they can definitely see the results within 3 months.
I would like to add one point. People are not ready to adopt. Okay, I require these systems to do these things. Until and see, I want to give an example. In China, you go to a 50 machine factory, they have hanger systems, smart hanger system, not a regular hanger system, smart hanger system which can give all the data, skill matrix, daily production, color wise, size wise, which style, how much productivity has done. Even a 50 machine factory, they have one line of smart hangers. Why not we are investing on this one? See, automations came 10 years back. The 15 years back, I can say, hanger system and all. It failed, drastically failed. Why? because it was giving only data, nobody was there to analyze. So people thought it is a waste of thing. Today, anger comes with smartness. So smartness anger, it can predict, it can see which operator can do what operation. For this style, who are the best operator, who are the best line to do, how many production I can take, and what is my attendance today. Based on my attendance, how I can allocate people. All this can happen through smart anger systems and with integration of AI, which is real drastically missing in our industry, in our country basically. To say there is no one company in India as a completely smart factory. I'm surprised. China, 20 years back, they are smart. China's per operator salary is $800. India is $150. China's productivity is 30% more by producing. India is 30% lower, but still they can give 1 cent lesser than us. How it is possible? $800 to $150. There is a big variation, man. So they integrate automation, they integrate AI, they integrate systems. Through this, they are able to achieve this one.
Okay. I think we are short on time. Can we have any question from the audience?
Any questions?
So I think with this we can conclude the panel discussion today. And if a person is not implementing AI in their day-to-day activities, maybe they will be left behind at the time. With this, I conclude this panel discussion.
Thank you to all our panelists for the valuable insights. Now I invite Ms. Priyanka Pawar, Group Exhibition Head, Textile and Consumer Shows, and member of the Extended Board of Management, Messe Frankfurt Trade Fairs India Private Limited, to felicitate our panelists. Mr. Suresh. Mr. Pavan Gopalkrishna. Mr. Vishal Sher. Mr. Kushan Shah. And a moderator for today, Mr. Piyush Girotra. May I request all the panelists to kindly come forward for a group photograph?